Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? 1 second. That's right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Derek. For those who don't know, who may just be joining for the first time, and if you are, welcome. Covering everything wholesaling real estate here on the channel, specifically virtually wholesaling real estate. That's what I'm doing. Currently living out in California, sourcing opportunity out in Houston, Texas. So if you're out in Houston, I'd love to connect with you. Love the network. See if we can make something shake on any future opportunity here. Best way to get a hold of me is either going to be my Instagram or the Discord. Both of those links are down in the description. The Discord group being the better of the two. We'd love to have you in there. Getting a couple more people in there every day. Perfect opportunity to stay connected when I'm not on live stream. Especially, I'm hoping to get a good number of people in there to the point where people can start connecting with people who are in their market, possibly JV or partner on some deals. So, gonna hop into some lead follow-up right now. Hit my contact goal for the day earlier, which was 20 contacts is my goal for the day. I hit 22, I believe. I'm gonna go ahead and double check that while I have this pulled up just to be sure that I didn't make that up. I did not. 22. That puts me at 45, 49. What's 49 plus 22? 71 on the week. I didn't call yesterday. So I am actually behind on my weekly goal. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more than 20 to hit my 100 on the week. That's 71, 2, 3, 4, 6, 71 on the week. What's the Roman numeral for 50? L? I'm just writing these down in Roman numerals because I guess I could just say 71. I'm tripping. All right. 20 follow-ups on a week. My goal is 5 a day. So I'm actually ahead of the game on that. I did a little catch up on Tuesday. Right? No, I'm right where I need to be. So anything above and beyond today is me catching up on my late ones. So I'm going to start over on my texting platform. Refresh these. For those who don't know, I have 2 different platforms that I utilize. One being REI Reply, which is my texting platform. I send off some texts, some ringless voicemails, and it's all automated there. So if anybody ever needs to be just dropped into like a follow-up campaign or like a lead that I don't necessarily want to manually call every so often, but I think it's worth maybe touching base every so often, I will go ahead and put them into a follow-up campaign within my texting platform. Drop some ringless voicemails in there as well. It does a whole lot more than what I utilize it for, but that's what I use it for. And then I also cold call on Call Tools, my dialer. So it's kind of like I don't operate off of a central CRM like Podio, but rather if I generate leads through my REI Reply, I will follow up with them through my REI Reply. And that's where I'm setting my follow-up tasks for myself. And then vice versa, if I'm cold calling and generate a lead through my dialer, I will remind myself to call them, reach back out through my follow-up system within Call Tools. So just kind of wanted to preface that. So I'm going to hop over to my REI Reply, my texting platform. I have 2 people that I want to follow up with today through here. This gentleman named Oscar is the first. First reached out to him back in November. He said, I decided not to sell. I moved in and will probably sell in 1 year from now. I said, all right, that makes sense. He might have a follow up. He says, I don't mind. Sure. Keep in touch. So it's been about, he says he's probably going to sell a year from then, which was November. So he's talking about selling, what is that, 6-7 months from now. So I just wanted to kind of cut that time in half and round back a little bit sooner. So I'm going to give him a call. I texted him back about a month ago. He never texted back. I said, I just wanted to round back real quick. I know you said that you moved in and you were going to sell in about a year, but just wanted to see if you've given any more thought to possibly selling it a little sooner. It's pretty much exactly what I'm going to say right now on the phone if I get him on the phone. Here I go, dialing out. What up, J Lep?
Hello.
Hey, Oscar, how's it going? This is Derek.
Hey, Derek, hold on, guys. Can we turn on the car? Hold on.
Sure.
I'm just getting into my car. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I don't know if you recall, we had spoke a couple months back in regards to your place over on Roger Mill Drive.
Rolling Mill Drive.
I'm sorry?
It was Rolling Mill Drive.
Rolling Mill, okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, I know. We had talked, and you had let me know that you moved back in, and you were kind of anticipating selling it about a year from the last time we spoke. That was last year, so I just wanted to reach back out, seeing if you've given any more thought to it, and maybe interested in possibly selling it a little sooner.
No, sir, not right now. To be honest with you, I'm still situating myself in that house. I'm just actually putting brand new solar panels
Oh, nice.
and a new breaker box. Spending like $30,000 on the house.
Yeah.
So upgrading a lot of things in the house just to make it better. So when I do sell it, it'll be worth more money. So,
Yeah, that makes sense. And
give me January, then I'll make a decision.
sure. And just out of curiosity, when you do go to sell it, now that you are going to put so much money into it, do you plan on listing it on the market?
I don't. To be honest with you, it just does depend on the market at that time.
Sure.
I know right now it's a good time to sell, but I'd rather sell it to an investor where I don't have to pay interest and all that extra stuff.
Gotcha.
Cash offer than anything else, but it's gonna depend in January what happens between now and then. To be honest with you, I don't want to say yes or no right now.
Right.
But if I can find an investor that'll give me what I think could be a good price, I think I'd rather go that direction.
Yeah.
Without having to pay, all that interest.
Yeah.
To someone else.
Right. That makes sense. All right. Well,
I
hey.
just plan to literally sell it and buy me a condo. That's what my focus is doing eventually.
Gotcha.
So,
Perfect. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking the call. I will definitely round back, early next year, and hopefully, even if I don't end up buying the place, I'd love to maybe point you in the right direction, connect you with some people to maybe help you buy that condo or something.
All right. I appreciate that help. That'd be really nice of you.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you have a great rest of your year, and I look to reconnect with you soon.
All right, my friend. Take care.
All right, you as well. Bye. Yeah, I asked if he wanted to sell it on market. I'm never gonna try to tell people that selling it to an investor is going to be the best route, because a lot of times it's not, especially if they're going to put money into it like that. He's going to get top dollar. He's going to get more for his property if he's listed on market. He's talking about getting solar panels put on, switching out all the electrical, new breaker box. He says he's dumping a lot of money into it. So, but then he mentioned that he'd rather sell it to an investor because he doesn't want to pay the commissions and the fees. And that's kind of where not a mistake, but a little bit of I'm finding what's the word I'm looking for? Common misconception that the sellers have. Let me open this door real quick. You mind if I keep this open? Yeah. Common misconception that I find that sellers have is they think that selling it to an investor, all they're doing is avoiding paying the commissions to the realtor. But an investor isn't going to buy it with no margin to either make profit or enter into ownership with equity. So that's something else that they have to consider. Hopefully that makes sense. It's like if he's going to sell it for 200 grand, typically you pay 3% buyer's commission, 3% seller's commission, up to 2% closing costs. Let's just call it 10%. So he may walk with 270 if he sells it for 300 grand, right? But as an investor, I'm not just going to pay you the 270 because to avoid all that stuff, I'm going to probably be a lot lower than that, because I want to, even if it was in pristine condition, I don't want to buy it and have no equity in the property. I'm not going to buy it just because that's what it's worth. There's just other opportunity out there for an investor, for people who are willing to sell at a discount. So let me connected with seller, mentioned that he was still getting situated in the property. Put on solar panels, replace breaker box, and plans to do a few other things. When Derek asked if he was going to list it when he was done, he mentioned that he wanted to avoid paying commissions, so he would rather sell to an investor. Said he was going to make up his mind one way or another in January of next year. I'll follow up towards the end of next year. This isn't one that I think is even going to truly turn into a deal, but like I said, even if it's just putting him in touch with a realtor to help him buy his new place or something, maybe I can get some form of a kickback. Maybe I'll be licensed at that point or something, or maybe just build a relationship with a realtor by kicking him or her some opportunity. How are things going? Still made updates to the property. Still intend to sell off market in January. Follow up in like October. If it was any warmer than that guy, it's April now. He's talking about selling in January. I might have followed up in like August or something if it was any warmer than that, but it's really not. So I'll follow up in like closer to the end of October. Yeah, I had texted him the wrong street name last time, and that's what I was reading, and he had corrected me. He's like, "No, it's not that. It's a rolling mill, not Roger Mill." Here's one that I connected with. Steven is his name. Texted him back in November. He said, "Sure, give me a call." Gave him a ballpark price. And then he's just started to fizzle out at the end of November. I was like, "Hey, just wanted to round back, see." He says, "I'll get back to you by next week." Sounds good. Never heard back from him. Followed up. Last time I texted him was the end of February. Didn't answer. Never texted me back, so I'll give him a call now. Let me check my notes. I ran comps on this. Owned the property for 20 years. Tenant occupied. Been there for 5. Good tenant, month to month. 20-year-old roof. Thinks it should be replaced. Kitchen updated 10 years ago. What's up? I forget we got a mirror in here. When we give this one person a call back, you called last week. He's that older gentleman who's unsure of the price, thinking of 80 something. Watch that whole video. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Jaleb. It's probably actually the one that I ended up kicking over. I think I reconnected with him and he asked for somebody to reach out in Spanish. And I tossed that over to Jared and Reina, and he's been dodging them. They followed up pretty aggressively, and he's ignoring them. So we tapered off on the follow-up a little bit, going to continue following up until he lets us. Oh, no, they just connected with him earlier today. And yeah, but he was like, "Oh, I ended up fixing something, and I don't want to sell it anymore." We're like, "Okay." But when I was on the phone with him, if this is the guy you're talking about, Jaleb, he was stressing how horrible the condition of the place was in. So I just think that he said that so that they stopped calling him, which is what some of these people will do. They'll just make up an excuse so that you stop calling them. So, but we're still gonna call him. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. There's no way that he stressed how horrible the condition truly was, and that you know what I mean. This doesn't make sense. So we're gonna keep following up with him. Um, if that's who you're talking about, J-Lep, I'd imagine that's who you're talking about. We had come to an agreement, I think, at like 86 or something like that. I see. Good luck with that. Thank you. This guy again. AC 4 years old, roof 20 years old, kitchen updated 10 years ago, bathrooms have not been updated. We both agreed that renovation would probably be around 50,000. Mentioned that he received an offer for 254 at one point, but he didn't accept it. Mentioned that he would need at least 250. He wanted to give his tenant a 60-day notice. I remember this guy, and I was telling him I could probably do the 250. I didn't want to play games with him because it seemed like a pretty good deal. There's a lot of new construction going on in the area, and it'd probably be going for lot value, but new construction comps are going for 1.1, 1.2 mil. So if that's the case, probably would have been able to offer him well over 250, more like 300 to be honest. I said definitely new construction play. If you were to salvage the property, I think ARV is 385 to 400, but new construction is going for over 1 mil. People are buying lots similar than this one for close to that same amount, about 340,000. So let me give him a call back.
This is Steve with Kelly Pipe. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you.
Goes by Steve. I like to take note of that. Let it breathe for a second before I call him again. He is in. It's worth noting as well that he is in an active follow-up sequence on my texting platform. So it's kind of hands off at this point. But I still like to try to get them on the phone. I don't want to just rely on that drip campaign.
This is Steve with Kelly Pipe. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Steve, how's it going? This is Derek. I'm not sure if you recall, we had spoke a few months back in regards to your property over on Maybank Drive. I just wanted to round back, seeing if you've given it any more thoughts and seeing if you may be interested in selling that place. Again, my name is Derek. If this is still something that you may be interested in, I'd love to reconnect. The best number to reach me at is 832-61. Say left voicemail, texted. I am going to shoot him a text saying, hey, Steve, comma, this is Derek, period. We had spoke a few months back regarding your place on Maybank, period. just looking to reconnect and see if selling that property was still something that you are interested in. Period. If so, comma, I'd love to reconnect to see if we may be a good fit for each other. Period. Talk soon. Exclamation. I said reconnect twice, so I'm gonna say round back. Hey Steve, this is Derek. We had spoke a few months back. I'm gonna say a few months ago regarding your place on Maybank. Just looking around back and see if selling that property was still something that you were interested in. If so, I'd love to reconnect and see if we may be a good fit for each other. Talk soon. All right. Again, he is still on this automated follow-up campaign, so I'm going to leave myself a note to say, it already says it, any response from follow-up campaign, kind of asking myself, reach out via phone. I'll follow up in a couple months, end of June. Kind of following up with them every 2 or so months right now. That's that. That's all my follow-ups that I wanted to hit today on my texting platform. Oh no, let me see these actually. Need some manual actions. Maryland.
Hello.
Hey Maryland, how's it going? This is Derek.
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Thank you for asking. Not sure if you recall, we had spoke a while back regarding your property over on Quail Park Drive.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, just wanted to reconnect, and I wanted to see if selling that place was still something that you may be interested in.
I am. I'm still interested in your tired of rentals, yeah. So I'm ready to get rid of that one.
Yeah.
That'll be my last one.
You said it's your last one?
Yeah. Say it again? Sir? Hello?
I said I was looking for clarification. You said that was your last one there?
Yeah, except my house. I ain't selling that one yet.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay.
But,
I know the last time we talked, I don't know if you remember, we had actually come to an agreement that kind of just faded away. We were talking 140,000. Is that still something that you're interested in?
oh, no. Quail Park is more now. Yeah.
Okay. What were you looking for on that one?
Uh, they told me 180. That's what the value is now. I said, no.
Okay. Who had told you that?
Agent.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And was selling on market through an agent something that you've considered?
Well, yeah, it's probably, yeah. Either or how I sell it. Yeah. So I just sold one and they did a cash sale. I'm like, okay, whatever. Cash sale will work for me.
Yeah. Is there remind me, is there somebody living in the property right now?
No, nobody's looking at that right now.
Okay, so it's vacant.
A couple of people have been sending me letters and cards and everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
So
I'm just trying to refamiliarize myself with it. This was the one where there was some fire damage, right?
Yes, that one. There's a
Okay.
tenant in there now. So, but I still want to sell it. I'll sell it with her in there.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. So that
Mhm.
fire damage, again just trying to remind myself, you had used the insurance money had covered that to fix that up?
Yeah, the insurance fixed it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. You got to have insurance for these houses. Yeah, so the house is fixed, and well, I don't know now. That tenant, I don't know about this tenant. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to do an inspection. An inspection? Yeah, baby, I have to check the house. You gotta tore it down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How is that tenant treating you? Is she, good on rent and stuff?
She she's she been paying her rent on time,
Mhm.
but something happened to her mother this weekend. Well,
Oh
she
no.
went to the hospital yesterday, I believe it was. Uh, and she hasn't paid her rent yet.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
you need to pay your rent because right now it's gonna go up.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I gave you 2 extra days, and you didn't come pay your rent. So hey,
yeah.
you got to pay rest of it.
Right,
Hmm.
right.
So
How,
yeah,
she seemed like she's gonna cooperate a little bit, or you think she's
she
gonna push
ain't
back?
called, ain't said a word,
I'm sorry.
didn't say a word.
Oh, she didn't
Hmm.
say anything. Oh, okay.
She haven't responded. Oh,
Interesting.
my mother in the hospital. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but sometimes things happen. But
Yeah.
life goes on.
Right. Right.
Mm. I
Especially.
couldn't
Yeah.
tell her that she had an attitude, so I said, okay,
Mm,
let me just let her go for a minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that tenant kind of one of the reasons why you're wanting to part ways with the property?
I'm tired of tenants.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
I've been
Oh,
doing
okay,
this
I
for.
remember now. This tenant, yeah, it was she calls you about every single thing, huh? There's a little bit of damage or some pipe clogged, and she'll
Yeah,
call you.
and I bet you I can go there now and see some damage that they done did in that house.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's kind of
Yeah.
what I was gonna ask next. How long have they been in there?
Since October.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's not too long, huh?
And their lease is over in October.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. But selling it, with
Yeah.
them in place is something that you would entertain.
Oh yeah, I sure will.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
sell it with her in there. Shoot.
okay.
They paid $1,700 for her. She's on housing. Okay.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a month to month, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right, right.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And when did that fire take place? That was the tenant before her, right?
It wasn't okay. The house was empty actually. The
Okay.
girl was still paying her rent, but she didn't have a tenant in there. So it was just empty, and she just was paying and keeping
Oh.
the house up and all that. But then when the virus came about, a couple of her family members came in, and she let them stay there. Uh, it just got there actually, and then that's when the lights went off. Remember the lights went off in February?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, instead of them, the girl was boiling something or cooking something. I'm not sure what it was, but she was
Mhm.
cooking something. So when the lights went off, so that meant the stove went off.
Mm.
Everything went off. So
Mm.
instead of them going back and cutting the stove off, not thinking that the stove would be on if it cut back on and you're not there.
Mm.
Well, that's what happened. They
Right.
left, and my neighbor called me and said, "Your house is on fire." I said,
Oh,
"Oh my
jeez.
God, yeah." And then the fire department said they left the pot on the stove, so when the
Right.
electric cut back on, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Man.
was basically the kitchen.
Yeah, okay, that's right. It was kind of contained, right? It didn't really go beyond the kitchen.
Right.
Right, right. Okay, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since
Yeah. So
then, the
we had to take.
insurance covered all the repairs so that the kitchen's, brought up to
Oh
speed.
yeah, I had to put sheetrock all through the house. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay,
had to do all that, the whole
okay.
thing.
Yeah. Other
Yeah.
than
So
other than
everything
that,
is.
what's like kind of the condition of the place? Is it, have you done any other repairs
It,
to it?
oh yeah, I fixed up everything. Yeah, everything's fixed.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, the bathroom's all done. The kitchen is totally done. Bathrooms are totally done. What else? All the sheetrock, all the fans and light fixtures,
Hmm.
and Yeah, painted the outside of the house. Yeah, and yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we
Very
had to
nice.
do all that.
Well, let me ask, if
Hmm.
I could be somewhere around that 180, what's your timeline looking like? How quickly would you want to be, get it taken care of?
Uh, Something's on fire here. Nothing. Um, um. Would say that again?
I said, what I want to do, instead of just tossing out a number that I don't know if I'd be able to honor, I'd like to kind of do my homework, and I just wanted to see if I was able to be,
Okay.
close to that 180, and we can come to an agreement on
I
something. How
know I
quick?
see. I know I smell fire. Somebody must be on fire, a house or something. Cause baby,
Uh
the
oh.
smoke is thick, and it's on the other side of the other street, behind the
Oh,
other
okay.
house. And that smoke is just coming this way. Oh, horrible. Now I hear the fire department. So it's a fire in a house
Uh
somewhere.
oh.
Hmm.
Gosh, we
Yeah.
jinxed it. We're talking about a fire, and here goes a fire right now.
Yeah, cause I can smell it and I can see smoke. Now I see the fire department.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's not good. So
No,
it
it is
smells
not.
bad too.
No, it is not. As long as it's
Hmm.
not ours, though, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, we've already been
Yeah.
through
So
that. Been there, done that.
yeah. I never had a fire in my life. That's the first time ever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
wow.
Scary stuff. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, I hear it in the background. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I just hadn't been showing the house, or uh, yeah,
Yeah.
I was just trying
Y-
to get myself together.
Right.
So that
Yeah.
was a stressful thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
now,
And I just wanted to
yeah.
to kind of feel it out. If I could make it as smooth as possible, and if I could, we can come to an agreement on price. How quickly would you want to get it done?
Uh, I'm not a real hurry, but yeah, I just want to sell it.
I'm sorry, I
Get
didn't
rid
hear
of it.
that.
Sell it. Yeah, I do want to sell it,
Hmm.
but I'm not rushing right now. So I
Right.
said, well, I got to get some of my money back,
Right.
and so yeah, so I'm gonna sell the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so. I'm tired of houses. Too much stress right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got old, and my stress is bad. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
I hear
time
you.
to let them tenants go because they work my nerves.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, I'd love to be the one to help you out, relieve that stress, take that weight off your shoulders. If you don't mind and it's okay with you, I'd like to kind of do my homework here. I'd love to see if I can
Hmm.
be up, up where that 180 asking price is. And if it's all right with you, if I can give you a call back maybe early next week to reconnect to see if we may be able
Okay.
to, sharpen our pencil and iron out the details, see if we can come to an
Okay.
agreement on something.
Yeah. Just the idea of getting in that house, it still got so much furniture in that house. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just so
So,
you know, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but really like the benefit in working with us, we find that the sellers find convenient is the fact that we will buy the place in its as is condition. So that's why I say make it as smooth as
mhm.
possible. I don't want you, any more stress added to your life. We just want to be
Mm.
sure that we know what we're buying, but we will buy it as is. So we're not going to ask that you make any repairs, remove any furniture
and,
or anything like that.
and one agent told me I can get $225,000. I said, okay, that sounds good. Yeah. So I had a couple people tell me that. So I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just kind of curious. If you're getting these offers and they're coming in higher than what you're asking, just out of curiosity,
Hmm.
why haven't you accepted any of them?
Because at that time I wasn't ready for it. Okay. I
Gotcha.
just had too much on my plate.
Yep.
So I was just taking my time. So I got rid of some things and got rid of another house. I'm like, get rid of this here too because it
Yeah,
brought
that
it
makes
down.
sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So, so I just let that one go. So I'm
Yeah.
going to close it tomorrow. So I'm trying to get ready so I can get out of here in the morning.
Gotcha.
I go to
Gotcha.
Louisiana so I can close on that condo.
Oh, you got another one down in Louisiana, you said?
I had 10 in Louisiana
Oh, wow.
once upon a time. Yeah. During Katrina, I went crazy and just bought a lot of houses.
Oh, okay, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
So you're taking a
anyway,
trip
that's
down
my
there to
last
close,
one.
huh?
Hmm?
You're taking a trip down there tomorrow, you said, to close on the last one, or?
Yeah, to close on that
Okay,
one.
okay. What,
So
if you don't mind me asking, when will you be back in town?
oh, I'll be back Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I got to come back. I got things I need to do here.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So
Okay. Well, if you don't
yeah, so
mind,
I'll be back.
could I give you a call on Monday, seeing if we may be able to work something out on this one over on Quail Park?
Okay. Well, maybe we can.
Yeah, I'd
Monday,
love
so
to.
is it a Tuesday or Wednesday? Not Monday.
One more time?
'Cause I said not Monday because I know I have a doctor's appointment Monday.
Oh, okay, okay. What day works
So
best for you?
let's do it Wednesday. How that
Wednesday.
sound?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Does the mornings or the
Okay.
evenings work better for you?
I think I would like midday.
Sure,
Let me see. Maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or something like
sure.
that.
Let's do Wednesday at 2 p.m. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. I will
Wait, wait.
reach back
I
out
got to
then.
pass. I got to pass it over to tenant. Oh no, you can't let nobody come in here, baby. And I keep telling y'all, this is my house.
Yeah, yeah,
Your
exactly.
stuff is in here, and I want nothing you have in here. Period.
Let her know. It sounds like you're
So,
putting the foot down.
huh?
I said it sounds like you're putting the foot down. So
I have to,
yeah,
cause they can be ignorant, and I can't take it. So it's like okay, I got
yeah,
to get rid of tenant stuff.
yeah. I got you. I
Next
got you.
time, I'm just gonna flip some stuff and call it a day. I can't
Yeah.
be bothered. Yeah. Mhm.
I gotcha. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking the time today, and I will, like I said, I will do my homework. I will see, what it's looking like and what I will be able to do for you, and I look forward to rounding back and speaking with you Wednesday at 2.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Have a safe travel down to Louisiana and a safe, weekend, and hopefully you enjoy your time down there as well.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Mhm.
Bye now. Um, she doesn't really like. She's so frustrated. Completed. Uh, hang up on this guy. She's a trip, man. My boy's back. What's going on, John? Work ethic is fire, bro. You motivate me. You're gonna get some big deals real soon. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. What's up, Derek? What's going on, Floyd? I don't know if I've ever seen you in here before, Floyd. What's going on? Welcome if this is your first time. Appreciate you for hopping in here for sure, John. What's going on, Jared? This might be a deal right here. 225. Hey, John. This woman right here. This may be kind of before you started tapping in. Me and her came to a verbal agreement on the day after Thanksgiving last year at 1:40. I when I it just wasn't. It was like late at night. So Thanksgiving was that Thursday. I called her Friday evening, late at night, and she was laid up in bed. And I was trying to get her to sign right then and there virtually, and she she was like, "No, it's not a good time for me. I'm laid up in bed." And I was like, "All right, I'll call you tomorrow." And I woke up early Saturday morning. We had a time scheduled, and I called her, and I was like, "Hey, this is Derek." 140 was a stretch at that point. I was going to take probably something a small assignment fee down at that point. I called her the next morning, and she was like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "This is Derek. We spoke last night. We agreed that you were going to sell your property to me for 140." And she was like, "Oh, right, right. Can you do 150?" And I said, and at this point, I had already come. I think my opening offer was like 110, 120, and I already came up significantly. She dropped her price 5,000 or something like that. A 145, I think, is what we came to the agreement at. And then she's, "Can you do 150?" And I said, to be quite honest, it's come to the point where it wouldn't make any more sense for me to come up. And I was partially saying that because I just wasn't. I figured she wasn't going to say what she was getting ready to say, but it was also the truth. I just felt like I was going to end up locking it up too high and having to go back and renegotiate the price. So I just didn't want to have to do that. So I said, to be honest, it comes a point, I've already brought my price up by like 30,000. It comes to a point where it just no longer makes sense for us. I just don't think that I'm going to be able to do 150. I think we're good at the 145. And she's like, "Okay, okay, bye," and hung up. And I was like, "All right." And then that was in November, and I've been going back and forth with her. The last time I talked with her just for some context, let me pull her up 1 second because they got rid of it when I did that right now. For context, these are my notes from November. The November first time I spoke with her. So there's a fire in the property, but the insurance covered the damage, so it ended up being actually nicer than before the fire. Um, Left stove on when they were evacuating due to the snowstorm. Redid the attic, AC units new, redid the sheetrock, new flooring, new kitchen. Bathrooms have been remodeled, no damage to electrical plumbing. Tenants month to month. She's tired of being a landlord, always feeling like she's being taken advantage of. Been a landlord since '05. Roof is 10 years old. Came to a verbal agreement at 145. Called her back, mentioned it wasn't a good time. She was at a doctor's appointment. Called back, wasn't a good time at another appointment. Called back, double tap, didn't leave a voicemail. Called back a couple days later, no answer. Called back next day, no answer. Called back 2 months later, which was last month. Connected with her, mentioned that she still has the property. Claims that another buyer offered 250,000, and that they're just waiting for her to be ready. And I said, "Oh, okay, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm looking at somewhere in the range of 140 to 150." And she was like, "Oh no, no." And then I called right now, and she's talking about 180. And then later in the conversation, she's talking about 225, and then a realtor was giving her opinions, saying that it could sell for 180. And I finally just asked, like, why aren't you taking these offers? If you're getting them at 250, 200 plus, and a realtor is telling you that it's only worth 180, why aren't you taking these offers? And she's like, oh, I'm just, I wasn't ready, you know. So she's a trip, John. But yeah, I still feel that it's worth following up with her, which is why I do. But it's gonna come a point in time where she's really just not wanting to deal with. I didn't realize she was such a savvy investor. She had multiple condos down in L.A., Louisiana. I wrote down L.A. and I was just reading it. Uh, so I mean, it's just impossible. You can kind of hear that she's like elderly, um, and that she's not like keeping a straight line of coming to an agreement. Like my story right there of me rounding back with her and her just completely reneging on our agreement and her wanting to increase the price right before we sign. It's like, what? No. You know what I mean? The same thing. Like this conversation is just like the epitome of our relationship. It starts off, I said, yeah, I don't know if you remember, we came to an agreement at 140, and she's like, oh no, 180. That's what a realtor told me. And I got an offer for 225. Like, what are you talking? It doesn't make sense. This isn't coherent. Like, it's pretty difficult. So I don't know. I'm gonna continue following up. Oh, she's funny. I think she'd definitely sell her house. Seem unsure with the tenants. Yeah, she hates them. Uh, she hates them. I don't know if she dropped the B word on her, but I couldn't tell if I heard that correctly. Just chilling. Let's connect on Facebook, bro. Of course, Floyd, reach out. You'll be able to find me. Derek Wilson is my name. Um, Find me in any Houston groups. Check out the links in the description. You can connect with me on Instagram as well as the Discord group. I think you may have even just hopped in here. No, just some people chatting, being greedy. She already got that insurance money too. Yeah, I mean she's just not motivated, is what it is. It's like she's not the type to let these tenants take advantage of her, is what it sounds like. So even if I got you, Floyd. Just saw the message come through. Even if, what was I just gonna say? She's not. She's some of these motivated sellers who are done being landlord, done being dealing with the tenants. They don't like Maria, Jared. Um, she's like, you can see the different dynamics, right, between Maria and Irma, the landlord and tenant, where she's she's fully taking advantage of the situation, not paying the rent, staying inside the property, although she's already been served her 30-day notice. Whereas this woman wouldn't go for that. You know what I mean? If she made up her mind and she wanted to sell and served her a notice, she'd bring her ass to court. She would do what needs to be done. That's why I say she's not necessarily motivated. It just kind of is unnecessary stress in her life. So at one point, it will probably become too much, and I just want to be able to get in front of her at that point. I don't know if that's you, Floyd, right there, Mad Mud Hutta. If it is, thanks for hopping in. All right, so So I called her through my texting platform right there, which is why I was coming out of my computer like that. just want to kind of leave some notes here for myself so that I don't have to listen to it. It does record it, so at any time I can come in here and
that's kind of wild.
listen to the conversation, but just so that I don't have to listen to that 14-minute long conversation to remind myself, I like to just take some notes. Started off by saying that she had a realtor give her an appraisal essentially of 180K. Later in the conversation, she said she received offers for 225K. When asked why she didn't accept, she mentioned she wasn't ready at that point. Motivation on dealing with this current tenant. She's a hassle. Always complaining. And lately been behind on rent. Note, Maryland, seller is going down to Louisiana this weekend to close on a condo of hers. She had 10 condos at one point down there after Katrina. Eric and seller agreed to reconnect Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Time to discuss and hopefully come to an agreement. Call to close, follow up. Follow-up call scheduled for Wednesday at 2. Although this has happened, I'm not gonna say this to. I'm only saying this because it's been historical for this woman. We have had multiple scheduled phone calls just like that because I try my best to do that for everybody so that we have the time locked in. You know, I'm calling you at this time, and we're gonna come to the determination if we're gonna be a good fit or not. The only reason I didn't really throw offers out there and stuff like that was, again, one, she doesn't really seem like she's in the headspace to accept any offers. I could have given her the 225, and it doesn't sound like she would have pulled the trigger. And two, I want to rerun my numbers because it's been like almost 6 months since we came to that verbal agreement. So I'm going to set this reminder for myself at 10 a.m., which is noon Central Time, which is a couple hours before the scheduled appointment. And then I'm also going to set myself a task to rerun comps ARV / allowable. I'll do that this weekend. All right. She's a trip. From the mud. Oh, that's you, maybe from the mud. Mad Mud Hutta. How you drive for dollars on the computer? I have one video. My process has changed a little bit since, but I just hop on Google Maps. Google Maps, drive down the street. My phone is down. I'll catch you later, man. All right, Floyd. I print out a map of where I want to drive for dollars so that I can trace my route so I don't drive the same street twice. And I will just hop on Google Maps and cross-reference the map, cross-reference Google Maps. And I also like to have Zillow pulled up because when you're doing it virtually, it's not like Google takes pictures of everybody's property every day. A lot of these pictures were taken 3 years ago. So in some cases, you'll see a really run-down property on Google Maps with a lot of physical distress, but it's already been purchased, rehabbed, and flipped. So I also like to have Zillow up on a separate tab where I will, if I see a property, I like to copy and paste it, throw it into Zillow, make sure that it hasn't already been flipped. If it hasn't, paste that address into a Google spreadsheet. So a Google sheet is what they're referred to as. And that's where I keep my driving for dollars list. Once I get it up to like a couple hundred or however many I want, skip trace those and then throw it into my texting platform. Again, I think I may even have 2 videos of me virtually driving for dollars on my channel, so check that out. Like I said, my process has changed a little bit, but what I just told you verbally is how I do it. All right, let me hop over to my call tools. Got a couple people I was going to follow up with today over here. This is a woman who I spoke with the other day. I had actually cold called her, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm interested. Let me talk to my husband. Call me later tonight." I reconnected with her, and she was like, "Okay, how did you get my number? That's not my property." She's like, "Yes, my name is Irma Martinez, but that's not my property. And I want to know how you get my number." I was like, "Okay, yeah, this is, I mean, what my process looks like. It's probably just a coincidence that your name is also Irma Martinez if you don't own this property here." And then I asked, I was like, "I mean, do you have any properties that you may be interested in selling?" And she's like, "Yeah, maybe. Let me talk with my husband and we'll give you a call back." I was like, "All right." So I've just been kind of calling her every so often, but I don't know. She was pretty trippy. If I don't get a hold of her like within the next couple of weeks, I probably am gonna stop following up with her. Hi, Irma.
Yes, Susan?
This is Derek. How's it going?
I'm okay.
Good, good. I don't know if you remember, we had spoke a few weeks ago. I think I had accidentally got your number about another property you told me you didn't own, but had let me know that you and your husband may have one that you're interested in selling.
Oh, yes, sir.
How you been?
Well, huh?
I said, how have you been?
I've been doing okay.
Good.
I'm doing okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. We have one, but I think we're waiting for something that that we need for that property.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I think it's the deed for that property.
Mm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And it's in processes right now. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
With no deed, I cannot sell it.
Mm.
Okay. So I'm in that right now.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yes, we're in processing right now and that for the deed for that lot. The one
Okay.
that we are selling. Yes.
Okay.
And it's in Magnolia
Uh-huh.
by Avenue J. Avenue J.
Okay.
Okay. And so I haven't known nothing. I haven't heard nothing about it right now. Right now, my lawyer is doing that.
Mm.
Okay, and he's fixing that. And so yeah, and I'm
Okay.
waiting for that.
Okay, so just so that I understand correctly, your names aren't on title, so you're trying to get your names on title before you go to sell it.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now, did you like inherit this property, or how did you come to own it?
Huh?
I was just curious how you came to own the property if your name wasn't on it. Did you like inherit it or something?
No. It was because something happened. Ways back, years back.
Uh
So
huh.
and they have a lead. Okay. So
Hmm.
we have those So I fixed it up because somebody wanted to buy it, you know?
Mm.
Somebody
Oh,
else.
okay. I understand.
Okay? And yes.
I understand. So
And I
somebody.
have them like an elite, huh?
So it sounds like somebody was looking to buy it, and then they placed a lien on the property to prevent you from selling it
Yes.
to anybody else.
Yes. Yes.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, were you guys like under contract? Were you entertaining selling it to them at one point in time?
Well, I'm fixing that, you know. I'm saying, you know,
Right.
I'm fixing that right now.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And right now it's in process, and so you know, I haven't know nothing about it yet. I'm still waiting.
Sure. That
So
makes sense.
yeah, I have to fix that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you had mentioned I think you said the lot. Now, is it a house or is it just land there that you're looking to sell?
No, it's a house there. It's a
Okay.
house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a house there.
Do you mind providing me with the address? I'd love to take a look at it on my computer.
Well, like I'm saying, like somebody's already, you know, I think somebody's gonna give it already.
Okay. So
But just in case you won't get it, you know.
yeah, I'd love to be a
I
backup
will let
option
you know.
for you. Yeah, that's
You
what I was
know,
gonna
I will
say.
let you. Huh?
I'm sorry. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is I didn't know that you were speaking with somebody else as well about selling it to
Yes,
them.
yes. Yeah. And that's why, you know, right now it's in processing, you know, right now. So,
Gotcha. Makes sense.
yeah.
Makes complete sense. Well, yeah, I'd love to be a backup option for you just in case something, doesn't work out with that other
Yes, I will
buyer.
let you know. There's a case, you know. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. Is there like a time frame in which you think that everything's going to get resolved? Has your lawyer kind of let you know something like that?
Yes, yeah. He said that he will let me know. Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm just I'd love to follow up with you. When do you think is like an appropriate time to round back with you to see, I just want to check in and make sure that you're well taken care of.
Well, I'll be calling you back. You know, if there's a case, I have it or not, you know.
Sure. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, hey,
All
Irma,
right then.
I appreciate you taking the
Yes.
call,
Okay, sure. All right then.
and I wish you good luck
Thank
with
you.
everything. All right.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Of-
Okay, have a
of-
good day.
You as well.
Okay.
Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye.
So got some more information. That makes sense. Um, I wanted to get the address because I wanted to look myself to see if her name was on title or not. Because this happened recently with another lead of mine where she agreed to sell it to somebody else. Then she was the reason why it didn't sell. So he filed a memorandum and prevented her from selling it to anybody else. And but then I learned that it was like more of like contractor's lien because she didn't pay somebody for the work that they did to the property, so they straight took it from her. I don't know, so I don't know what the case is here. I wanted to try to get the address from her to see if I could do my own homework, but she has another buyer lined up for it anyways. I don't know. I'm gonna follow up with her in probably a couple months because I know that type of stuff takes forever too. Second, you're back. So let me leave some notes on her here. Connected with Irma. Her and her husband are trying to get her name on a deed for a house that they owned, past tense maybe, I don't know, in Magnolia off Avenue J. Did not provide address. It sounds like somebody possibly filed a memorandum, or there is some other type of lien preventing them from selling the property, and her lawyer is looking to get this resolved. The problem is the lawyers drag their feet, right? It's not a priority to them to get this lien removed from the house. I mean, it may be, but it may not even be something that is preventing her from selling. You know, if it's truly just a lien that needs to be satisfied and the offer price needs to come in above and beyond that, then that's one thing. But like, if she's wanting the lawyer to negotiate the lien with the other party or something like that, you know, I just didn't learn enough about it. But it truly may not even be an issue, this lien. Although people, people freak out about that. Like, oh, there's liens on the property. I can't sell it. There's this lien on it. Like, well, no, they just need to get paid. She mentioned there is another buyer who is wanting to sell or buy the property. And she mentioned that she would call Derek if it fell through. Derek plans to follow up every so often. Anyways, I'll call it 3 months. All right, I'm gonna call it quits right there. It's my 5 follow-ups on the day. Right? I called Oscar, Marilyn, Steven. Maybe it was just 4. Oscar, Steven, Marilyn. Yeah, I think that was 4. Let me do one more. Robert Mack. Although this isn't really the best follow-up anyways. I'm gonna call it quits right there. That makes 24 follow-ups on the day. That puts me 4 ahead than my goal. So I'm happy with that. 71 contacts on the day or on the week, 24 follow-ups on the week, no real offers made. It's all follow-ups. Thanks, Jared. Yo, let's get it. What's going on, Stefan? No real offers made by me, I guess, if you want to include the ones that Jared and Raina are making. You could, but just to hold myself accountable, I will not. I'm going to call it there. I'm gonna eat a little something before I head out for the evening. I appreciate every single one of you guys for hopping in here. As always, a couple people hopped in the Discord. I will see you in there. Make sure to connect with you when I get off here. Who else? A couple of new people hopped in here today. Floyd, we connected on Facebook. It looks like From the Mud. Looks like you hopped in the Discord. Stefan caught me on the tail end of it here, so I will see you on the next one, Stefan. And I know that you're not new as well. Nor is From the Mud. Floyd, I think, may have been the new comer today. So appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning. Gonna do some more cold calling. I'm gonna try to run up the cold calls. I mean, I'm gonna have to. I gotta hit 29 to hit my weekly goal, but I'm gonna try to do far more than that. So, and hopefully be able to make some offers as well. So appreciate you guys again. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe button before you leave if you haven't already. It does greatly help the channel. The more I'm kind of studying and learning YouTube, the more I said this in the past, but I know like everybody on YouTube is like, oh, you have no idea how much it helps the channel, and I it's the truth. As like funny as it sounds, and as like salesy and scammy as it sounds, it's true. Some of my best performing videos have the most likes and have the the most number of subscribers. I can see it in the YouTube stats where like this video generated this many subscribers. This video generated this many subscribers from people watching the video and then clicking subscribe on the video. And some of my best performing videos have like all pieces of the puzzle together. It has the most likes, the most views, the most comments, and the most number of subscriptions off of that video. So it really does help out a lot. So I appreciate you guys for showing the support as always. Do me a favor, check out the links in the description if you want to connect with me via Instagram or Discord. Also got some affiliate links down there for the batch products, batch skip tracing, batch leads. It is an affiliate link. So if you want to support me and the channel, go ahead and click through those links. If not, to each his own. I just like the fact that you guys hop on here and show the support every day. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good rest of your evening. Happy wholesaling. And until the next one, peace.